Hello fellow Slimers, this is Mama Slimer. Today I'm going to teach you how to make the best and perfect step-by-step cloud slime. First, we're going to begin by using Gluol, Elmer's Gluol. Go ahead and do 1 cup of Elmer's Gluol into a bowl. Make sure you scrape all of it out into your bowl. Now you're going to grab your foaming soap. You're going to pump 3 to 4 pumps. I use 3. Go ahead and mix it well until it's blended. At this point, you're going to grab your lotion. I'm using Suave, no scent in it. So go ahead and pump 5 pumps of lotion, and again, mix it really well. Just keep mixing until you're ready for your next step. Now, grab your cornstarch. I'm using 2 tablespoons of cornstarch. As you can see, I have a scooper, but that actually equals 2 tablespoons. So go ahead and just scoop out 2 tablespoons gently. It is powder, so it'll fly everywhere if you're not careful with it. So when you start, just kind of blend it slowly so that it doesn't go everywhere, like you see on my hand there. Yeah, I had to clean it off. I'm a little OCD. I like to keep it clean station. This part takes a little while and a little bit of your strong arming it. So just keep blending it until it's just a clear, smooth consistency. You don't want any clumps in your glue because then obviously it's just gonna look yucky and messy. But really, you just need to put it in. I sped up the tutorial here, otherwise we'd be here forever, but that looks really funny. But basically you are going to be working this for a few minutes, okay, until it just is a smooth consistency. So just make sure you get your arm in there and get that arm work out and get all the clumps out from the cornstarch and mix it well with your glue. Yeah, it took me a little while. Now this is where you can add your fragrance. I actually like Indigo fragrances. IndigoFragrance.com is one of my favorite vendors. They have pretty much everything that is safe for skin. Now you can go on their website and just check under each description whether or not it's safe for skin. If it's not, then I would avoid using it. If it says that it's safe for skin, then you can use it for slime. That's pretty much a safe way to go. I went ahead and used 1.5 teaspoons of fragrance oil. That's about 3% to every cup of slime. So in my case, it was about 1.5 teaspoons. That's what I went and added. And I believe I added fairy dust. I don't even know, but it doesn't matter. You can pick whatever fragrance you like, whatever you want it to smell like. If you're going for a theme, in our case, we've done like Santa's beard and we kept it really clean. And we've done also Lotso, the plush bear. He smells like strawberry, so we've done the strawberry scent. So it's really up to you. Now, this is the part where you go in and add your coloring. It's better to add coloring before, not after, because then you don't want it to smear or dye your skin tone. So that's why I like to dye the glue before we actually turn it into slime. Here for this demonstration, I went ahead and used purple because why not? Purple is a girly color, and I'm a girl, so yeah, there you go, purple. But you can use any color you want. And in fact, if you don't want to use any color, say that you do want to color it later, you can actually color it later on. Just don't use too much paint if you do that after the fact when it's already slime. But keep it clean. Anyways, with this, I went ahead and just did the purple. I added, I think, 4 dots, like 4 little drops of food coloring, by the way. It's just any food coloring that you can find at your local hobby store. Okay, now, this is really important. This is the activator solution. I went ahead, my activator solution is 1-to-1 ratio. I did 1 teaspoon of borax to 1 cup of water. So if you do 2 cups of water, say you're doing a bigger batch, then you want to do 2 teaspoons. But in my case, I went ahead and just did 1 cup of water with 1 teaspoon of borax. You mix it really well. So you want to make sure the water is warm so that it does blend in. Now, the way that I activated this is that I did it really slowly. So the first, I used a teaspoon to slowly activate the slime. I didn't want to over-activate it too much. So my first try, I did 5 teaspoons. And I went ahead and just blended it in. As you can see, you can probably count. Then the second time, I added 3 teaspoons of the activator solution. And as you can see, it's starting to turn into slime little by little. It's coming off the base of the bowl. And that's a good sign. That's what you want. But you definitely want to go ahead and keep turning it. You don't want to keep adding activator because before you know it, the slime will become really hard. So you want to turn it. I went ahead and did 3 teaspoons once again. Okay. And again, I went ahead and blended it slowly to make sure it continues to turn into slime. This is where you really need to exercise patience, kiddos. Patience, patience, and lots of patience. Otherwise, your slime will not plan out. So, just keep doing that. Keep turning it, and it'll start looking kind of gooky and like, you know, like, I don't know, slime. But just keep turning it with your spatula. Now this time, I think I go in for 4 teaspoons. Yep, 4. So again, go ahead and keep turning the spatula around so it becomes slime. And some of the water may sit at the bottom of the bowl, and that's okay. Just keep turning it. Eventually, the water will subside as it will be consumed by the slime. And you'll see the color also coming off of the slime. Eventually, it will all blend in. Here's when I went in and started kneading. At this point, you want to start kneading with your hands. Now, this part is messy. I'm not going to lie. So get ready. Because I was doing this by myself, I didn't have anybody that could easily come help me if I get into a bind. I had to keep my right hand out so I can still use more activator. So just know that moving forward, you might want to just, keep your arm out. Just keep kneading. This is going to consist of kneading and kneading and kneading some more. I'll be honest with you guys, this part is quite relaxing. It started to turn into slime, but it's still, not quite there. Your hand's gonna get sucked in by the slime. So at this point, I went ahead and added 2 more teaspoons of the activator solution. Again, we're doing it baby steps, little by little. We just don't want the slime to become super activated. Just keep kneading, and again, exercise your patience. Oh, and by the way, I actually was doing this in my kitchen counter, so I made sure that I cleaned the surface really well beforehand, and so do that. And then, of course, I also sprayed it with alcohol just to make sure there's nothing, absolutely nothing, that could, you know, get on the slime when I took it off the bowl, out of the bowl, which is what I'm about to do here. So, okay, you still see some on the bowl, and that's okay. We're going to put it aside now. Oh, look, the shadow. So, because it's getting stuck to my skin, clearly it's not quite where we need it to be. So, I went ahead and added 1 more teaspoon. And now I'm placing it on my actual counter in the kitchen. And I'm just going to go ahead and knead it with both my hands. And it kind of looks a little bit like ricotta cheese. You may not be able to tell from this angle, but it does. It's still not quite smooth and kind of clumpy. But if you just keep kneading and kneading and kneading while you exercise patience, then it'll eventually become slime. As you can see, it's now becoming slime. But the ideal thing with any slime is you don't want it to be super sticky like that, because then it's no fun. So just keep kneading, keep kneading. I add 1 more teaspoon. Again, continue to knead. At this point, you start playing with it. You know, you hear the crackling, the popping, and all that good stuff. So now I'm cleaning my bowl because now it's finally become slime. So you can go ahead and clean your bowl with it if you like. Now this is like, you know, for your home use. If you're obviously selling slime, then you're probably not going to do this. You're going to want to actually use a blender and keep your hands off of it as much as possible. But anyway, this is just a tutorial for a small batch for somebody at home, because I know a lot of the big slimers like to do these tutorials, but typically they don't do like 1 cup. And in fact, this 1 cup will fill 2 6-ounce jars. So with this particular slime, I was able to fill 2 6-ounce jars, just FYI. I think I got a little too into it and I kept playing. Sorry about that. I just couldn't stop. It's slime, people. Okay, this was definitely my last teaspoon of Activator. I put it away. I'm done with that. So here we go. I'm cleaning my station. And again, I continue to knead so that the slime is a little bit hard. Now, going into the cloud slime section of this tutorial, the key with the slime is, because you're using fake snow, that when you place the slime into the fake snow, and you'll see, it actually will melt your slime a little bit. So when I made this slime, I wanted it to be not soft, like sticky, but I didn't want it to be rock hard where you could like literally throw it like a bouncing ball. I wanted it to be in the middle, not too soft, not too hard, you know, still manageable, still slime, but a little bit harder than your typical slime. That's why I kept going with the Activator solution. And you guys could probably count. The video actually is showing you exactly how many I added. And I used teaspoons so that you guys could count at home. And it literally shows you step by step. Now, here we're going into the making of the, I'm still kneading and I'm still stretching it. As you can see, it's ripping, right? But that's not bad because it's not like totally ripping, but it's ripping enough that it's a little bit firm, and that's where you want it. That's the key. You want it firm, not too hard, definitely not too soft. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is we're gonna get ready for the instant snow. Here I'm poking it. You guys, by the way, I'm editing this on my iPhone. I attempted to do this on my computer and I had such a hard time. My husband usually helps us with the videos and this time he wasn't around, so I'm doing with what I've got. Here's my phone. So I'm sorry that you can't hear all the fun bubble pops and poking and ASMR goodness. Yep. I'm looking at it and it was good, guys. It was good, real good. Okay, I'll shut up now. Ah, that's so pretty. See that swirl? Okay, Snow Wonder is what I use. I buy it via Amazon. I think it's $25 for a bag of 10 maybe, or 5 pounds. I can't remember. It's a pretty decent sized bag and it'll last you quite a while. I actually transfer my instant snow into this empty cornstarch container that I happen to clean. Okay, so here's what we're doing. We're doing 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons, 3 teaspoons, 4 teaspoons. And as you can see, I'm measuring it just like if you were baking. Now, close the container, move along. I've took a 1/3 cup to add to this 4 teaspoons. And you want to do it slowly. You don't want to just dump it all in. See? Little by little. Now, find the areas where there's dry pieces and just keep pouring the water. But my measurement was 1/3 cup of water and I did it slowly. Now you move it around and you see it becomes snow. What you don't want is to put too much water in where it becomes super slushy, because then you're not going to get the cloud slime that you're looking for. Instead, you're going to get cloud cream, and that's not what we're after here. Okay, so we want it to look like snow, feel like snow, nice and, you know, like, I don't know, sand kind of, but in a snow kind of way. Okay, so this process is long. You're going to just dump it in, and then you're just going to knead it. You're going to knead, knead, and knead. And this part is messy because the snow starts to like pretty much want to go everywhere. So yes, it went all over my counter. Just squeeze it. There's no special technique how you squeeze it. Just knead it in. Keep kneading. This process takes a while. Just keep kneading and start stretching it just a little bit. Keep going. And I believe that the whole tutorial took me close to 35 minutes, maybe 36, to do it from beginning to end. I sped up the tutorial just a tad in certain parts because we'd be here all day and nobody got time for that, okay? So just keep dumping your slime into the snow bowl. Keep kneading it in. What you want is you want the slime to basically consume it. So the water particles start to basically make the slime turn into what we refer to in the slime community as cloud slime. I don't know, you guys. I'm not that technical when it comes to all the cloud names, terms, and things like that. I just go with the flow. So you kiddos want to help me out, you can put some comments down below and fill me in on what the terms are, but don't be judging me. And by the way, some of you out there will be like, oh, look at her nails, they're horrible. Yes, I needed to get my nails done, so don't be judging. Be nice, be kind. You know, your mama and your daddy are teaching you to be kind, so be kind. Just keep kneading. So in this particular bowl, we used a total of 4 teaspoons, okay, and 1/3 cup of water. I used cold water, by the way, from the tap. Doesn't matter. And this entire bowl got consumed by that 1 cup of slime that we made, as you saw. Okay, so now it's all over my counter. I'm just trying to pick it up. That's what you see there. Just keep kneading. And I kid you not. You will be kneading for, like, no joke, 10 minutes, maybe 15. I'm not exaggerating, not one little bit. So keep kneading. It's a good hand exercise. It's actually relaxing, you know. I think I did this late at night. It was a requested video by some of the students at Jordan's middle school. And I've been meaning to make video tutorials with the boys, but we just been busy and the boys are growing up and they're just like, yeah, I'm not into slime as much anymore, Mom. So yeah, it was me, I guess, making slime behind the scenes more than they were. They liked it, they enjoyed it, and they knew a lot, and they, come up with ideas, but they're boys. They're just, they're older now. They're into big boy stuff, not like, girl stuff or little boy stuff. Or actually, I shouldn't say that. There are some older boys that play with slime too. But I guess they're just not into it as much. So here I am, still kneading. Yep, keep kneading. I wish I could add, how people add on their videos, 5 minutes later, 10 minutes later, I'm still kneading, but I don't have the features on here to do that, so I'm just going to talk, okay? Yeah, so it was late at night and it was quiet in the house, so I decided I'm going to do a voiceover because if I did the talking while I did the video, it probably would be like 3 times the length that it actually was. So here I am trying to stretch it. Okay, so I think that I had a good amount of of snow, instant snow, but I think it needed a little bit more. So I made another bowl, same exact recipe, 4 teaspoons of instant snow powder with 1/3 cup of cold water, tap water. Doesn't matter, it's just cold, not warm. And I dipped this, I think, once or 2 times more. You'll see. I'm still kneading here, so. But this is the tricky part. And I mean, some of the pros in the slime community, there's a lot of pros. And I tell you, some of them still can't do cloud slime. This is not an easy recipe for anybody. Once you do get it down packed, you want to jot it down because you want to be able to recreate it. And I've done several of these in my home, and I've got so many different versions of this recipe, but I really wanted to do one that was really helpful to somebody at home that wanted to make a really small batch. Okay, here we go. I'm going to stop talking to explain this part. I went ahead and dipped it again in another bowl with the same amount as the other one. So here I dipped it one more time. Okay. And then I dipped it, I think, 2 more times on both sides, and that's it. You'll see, I moved the bowl away. So you're going to use, for this recipe, literally an entire bowl, okay? So you're going to go through a whole bowl, which will consist of 4 teaspoons of instant snow and 1/3 cup of water, and you're going to basically dip it until it's all gone. And that's not probably going to be enough to make it into actual cloud, like falling cloud, where it actually feels like it's falling and it's nice. You're going to have to make probably another bowl, okay? And then dip it 2 more times on each side. And then knead. I did not actually dip it in any more snow after this. I'll tell you the truth, guys. You have to let it sit for a couple of hours. Like, just keep kneading. I literally, no joke, I'm not exaggerating again when I say that I probably needed this part 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to say probably 15 in total. So just keep kneading because the snow is going to be like falling out. Just keep picking it up and keep stretching it. And then what I would do if I were you guys, I would either take a container at home that has a lid and place it all in there and let it sit for a couple of hours and then go back and stretch it and play with it some more, or overnight, which is what I did. I went ahead and I took the slime and I divided it into 2 jars. I had 2 6-ounce jars, so I went ahead and took is exactly what it covered. It was two 6-ounce jars I was able to fill, and I kept them overnight. And then the next day when Jordan woke up, we were playing with it. I think we posted it on our Instagram story. By the way, guys, subscribe to our channel. Be sure to subscribe and share and turn on notifications. We love for you guys to follow us. If you like this video, let me know in the comments below. I'll probably do more videos, although the next time I'll probably use a real camera and not my phone so that I can edit it. Unless you guys like this format, I don't know, it's up to you. But I have a ton of other recipes from a bunch of the slimes that we've had in the past, and I want to actually put them on video tutorial because I think that they're awesome recipes, and I personally like it when people give me detailed 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, like step-by-step instructions. I cannot for the life of me understand why people go on YouTube, okay, and say I'm going to do a video tutorial, but then they never give you the exact measurements of what they used, so you never really know what they did. That's so annoying. And so I hope that you don't feel that way about this, because I literally showed you step by step exactly how I did it and the measurements that I used from step 1 through the very end. So subscribe, follow us on Instagram, follow fellow Slimers, and subscribe to our channel. And just be sure to share it with your friends and try the recipe and follow the steps like I just did, and let us know how it worked out for you. See, it now is starting to look like cloud. It actually looks like a sweater, like, I don't know, like one of those really soft, plushy sweaters. That's what it almost feels like when you're done with it. And then, of course, when you stretch it out, you have to really stretch it. By the way, that's one of the tricks of getting it to be really fluffy and be able to fall, is you have to stretch it. Keep stretching it. So again, if it doesn't work for you right away, don't freak out. Just put it in a container, give it a couple of hours, and go back and play with it and stretch it out and stretch it out and stretch it out. Like, just, stretch it and then have it fall. If that doesn't really work, then let it sit overnight, and the next day you will have yourself a real cloud slime. Not cloud cream, I mean cloud slime. So just stretch it and it'll fall. I hope you enjoyed this video. I had fun making it. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you liked my instructions. And I'll actually add the instructions or the measurements, exact measurements for the recipe down below, so that you also have it and can refer to it if you get lost. I know the video is a little bit longer. There's no way that I could have done this video in 10 minutes or less. So this is exactly what you're getting, okay? Just hope you enjoy it. Merry Christmas to you guys. Be good, be kind, and sprinkle kindness everywhere. Take care. Bye-bye. Guys, I forgot to mention that I used cornstarch because it makes the cloud slime dry. Instead of a really wet feeling, it's actually more dry, more like the real cloud slime. So that's why I used that. Anyways, here's some of the examples we've made. Go ahead and subscribe to Fellow Slimers channel. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.